We're learning more about a Lexington shooting suspect.
Police say Demetrious Maxberry shot a woman yesterday near the intersection of Winchester and Liberty roads. According to his arrest citation, Maxberry was seen on video shooting into a car. Other people in the car told investigators the woman is Maxberry's former girlfriend and mother of his child. She is expected to be okay. People in the area say gun violence is common. One neighbor pulled over to tell us about his frustrations.
The reality is it's too convenient or too often, and sadly we're faced, and the police are as well, with such consistent danger.
Maxberry is charged with assault, wanton endangerment, and possession of a handgun by a convicted felon.